Case and Renee here from Fort Barrel CrossFit. Today we're talking about back squat. First thing on a back squat is she's going to come up with a routine for every time that she approaches that bar so that she keeps her squat consistent. Now, as she steps into the bar, she's going to set her hands up, not too far outside of her shoulders. We don't want to get too wide, but also not too narrow, because we want her shoulders to stay in a good tight position to help her keep an upright chest throughout the squat. As she steps under that bar, she's actually breaking down into that barbell to help set her shoulder into a good position. And we're teaching the high bar back squat, so she's going to position that bar right up there on top of the traps. From there, she's going to give herself plenty of room between her and the rig. And then throughout the duration of this squat, she's actively pulling that barbell down into her back. It's going to help her keep a good position. Shoulder width on her stance. As she sinks into the bottom, or right before she gets ready to go into the bottom, she's going to get tight through the middle, take a big breath in, and then she's going to hold her breath throughout the rep. Go ahead and just finish this rep for me. Good. Now we're going to talk about a few things in the bottom. So go ahead and come down to the bottom and just stay there. In the bottom, she wants to keep that chest upright. She's driving the knee out, making sure that it doesn't collapse inside the toe or let that chest fall. Find a good position again. Very important that we keep an upright chest in this back squat, because one, we don't want that barbell to roll over the top, but two, it's not going to allow us to engage our leg properly if we get that barbell off of our center of gravity. Go ahead and drive back to the top. So once again, big breath in, take a few reps for me. Keeping that barbell over the center of gravity, keeping the chest from falling. She goes down to the bottom in a nice controlled fashion. She doesn't hit the bottom hard. She doesn't fall too fast, because what happens is if we drop too fast and hit the bottom really hard, a lot of times that'll cause the chest to dive forward as well. Another thing I want to point out, that was a bad rep for sure, is she keeps a straightforward gaze in the bottom of the squat. There's no reason to stare up at the ceiling. We're just going to keep a neutral gaze to help keep our spine neutral throughout the squat. Pushing through the heel, squeezing the glutes on the way to the top. From there, she'll take it back in and rack. And that's going to do it for back squats.